So far in the 2026 NBA season, the Pelicans are one of the worst teams in the NBA. They just fired their head coach, Willie Green, before December, and to make things worse, they don't own their first round pick this year. And I think there's finally a reason to just go in a different direction. I think it's time they should just say it's a sunk cost, trade away Zion Williamson, because you can't keep doing the same song and dance as he's already injured again here in 2025. So what is going on, everybody? How is everybody doing today? So Zion is currently dealing with like a sore hamstring right now. DeJounte Murray's already banged up. Jordan Poole's missed some time. Kevon Mooney's missed some time. And yeah, they don't own their first round pick. Great job, Joe Dumars. Really good job. Now, I've said it on a couple different videos on other channels where as long as you're giving up like the 4th overall pick in this draft, you can live with that. I can live up giving up Caleb Wilson at UNC, Mikael Brown at Louisville, Nate Amen at Tennessee, for Derek Queen. I think Queen has a chance to be better than those guys. You just need to play the lottery, right? You just need that pick not to be in the top 3 because I really can't stomach giving up Debanza, Boozer, Peterson for Derek Queen. And Derek Queen, I think, has shown some really nice flashes this year for the Pels, and he's going to be our starting power forward soon because, yes, I'm going to trade away Zion Williamson. Hopefully he rattles off a couple healthy games, and then we are going to ship him off at the deadline. Now, in real life, he has a weird contract. It's different than normal, where he's owed about $48 million this year, but since there was an injury clause in his contract, you can actually waive this $42 and $44 million. I don't think that's going to happen. I thought he was making more this year. I don't know if this is entirely accurate. It might be accurate, actually. So either way, you can waive it. That's not going to be a thing in 2K, and he's a lot better in 2K. But like I said in the start of this, I think it's time they need to just move on, go in a different direction. I know when you drafted Zion in 2019, he was supposed to be the franchise guy. He was supposed to be the player to turn your franchise around after you were trading away Anthony Davis. You got blessed by the lottery gods, and it never really worked out. You made it to the playoffs twice, losing to Phoenix in round 1 as an 8 seed, losing to OKC in round 1 as an 8 seed, but Zion was hurt in both those matchups. He got hurt in the play-in when they lost to OKC in 2024. He was hurt in 2022, didn't even play that season when they ended up going to the playoffs. So yeah, we're going to move in a different direction. I don't even love like the additions of Jordan Poole in the offseason, just kind of bad money they're taking on right now. And then also Jeremiah Fears looks pretty freaking good. Like, this is going to be the franchise point guard here in New Orleans. So outside of like Queen, Fears, maybe Trey Murphy, everybody else is on the table. Like, I will trade Herb Jones this year. I'm going to make Trey Murphy a small forward. He's picking it up as of late. He got off to a little bit of a slower start at the beginning of this year, but he's been really good as of late. I also don't know what like Zion's trade value would be. Like, I might get more for him in 2K than he would go for in real life. There was a report earlier in the season that his value may be as low as it's ever been, just because you can't rely on the guy to stay healthy. Like, I could see the Clippers being desperate in trading for Zion. I would want more than this. Like, you can only trade 1 first-round pick. That's like, I would want Zubats coming back as well in this deal. And I don't know. Like, yeah, it would have to be something like Collins, Zubats, and a first. Like, that's actually maybe in the realm of what could happen in real life. And I don't even think the Clippers would say yes to this in real life, given how much of a reliable piece Zubats has been and how much of an unknown Zion is. But I think this is somewhat realistic. And we don't own our first round pick this year. So, like, unless I'm getting my first rounder back, I don't think Atlanta would trade for Zion. Like, I don't know. I would like to stay competitive this year. And I think Zubats can provide that. Would they say yes to this? They say no. I mean, I'm not really giving you anything else. So I don't even own this pick. Like, 2K hasn't updated that yet. I mean, I don't need John Collins. Like, it could be Bogey in this deal. But Bogdanovic, Zubats, and a first for Zion. They don't even say yes to that. Okay, there's part of me that like could see the vision of this deal. Like, we get Jared McCain. We don't really need another guard, but he's off to a slowish start with the Sixers right now as he's recovering from his injury. We take on the god-awful Paul George contract. Like, I don't hate this idea for Zion. I know Zion and Embiid is kind of hilarious, but you're really just banking on Zion being like a reverse Ben Simmons and it becomes healthier in the later half of his career. I mean, could I get one of those Clippers first in 2029? Of course you can't do that. What about, why can't you? Oh, because they still haven't given up their first rounder. That's so annoying. It's so annoying. So I can't get a first rounder here. And like, could I take a flyer on Justin Edwards in this deal? And I'll give you Sadiq Bey, who's actually a pretty good asset. Would they do this? Paul George, Jared McCain, and Justin Edwards for Zion, Makovic, and Sadiq Bey. Makovic, not a bad player. Sadiq Bey has actually been pretty good this year for the Pels, and we're going to get Jared McCain. I don't think I would have McCain and Fears be in the backcourt long term just because they're both smaller guards, but I like, do I do this? I think so. I think this is not a bad return. They're going to say no. I got to give that pick up anyway. I mean, I wouldn't mind Quentin Grimes, who's a free agent at the end of the year. I mean, what about if we did PV, Bay, Matkovic, and Zion for McCain, George, and Quentin Grimes? I don't own this first round pick, so I feel bad giving it up. Oh my God, this is so hard to figure out. All right, we're just going to do this trade, I think. I don't know if I can maybe get some seconds in this deal as well, or am I being greedy with this? I guess I'm being greedy. I don't want to give up any of my first rounders. All right, Zion and Karl Matkovic for Paul George and Jared McCain. Yep, it's a new era of Pelicans basketball. We're just going to do this trade. Welcome to the team, Jared McCain. I think you're lucky if you get Jared McCain, like a type asset like that in real life. So I think Jordan Poole would be available at the deadline. DeJounte Murray would be available at the deadline. I'm hoping Paul George ends up retiring at one point. Like, I don't even know if I would start McCain. I guess I probably would. Him and Poole in the backcourt. We're going to ease DeJounte Murray back into the swing of things. I'm not really sold on Yves as like the long-term center on this roster. And Herb Jones needs to be a little bit better around the rim. I mean, I would like to win some games since we don't own our first round pick this year. But we are currently 8-23. Like I said, I just need to give up the fourth pick or later. Just nothing in the top 3, but we're not going to really know what that's going to look like until the lottery. Damn, we really can't win a single game. Oh boy. Yeah, we are getting close to the deadline. Oh, boy, this team. I know I just traded away Zion, who's good in this game. There goes Trey Murphy. I don't think I was going to trade away Trey Murphy. I would have listened to offers. All right, so I want to see if I could trade away Herb Jones, just a monster defender, to a good team in the Eastern Conference. Can I get 2 first-round picks? And maybe some type of young player? Like either Clintman, Isaac Jones, maybe Marcus Sasser. Like, could we do Marcus Sasser, 2 first-round picks for Herb Jones? I would get a first-rounder in this draft, and they add an absolute stud defensively. Did 2K update his new contract? I guess not. I thought he was making... Oh, no, they did. Yeah, like, that's a contract I don't mind getting out of right now. Herb Jones, 27 years old, better defender, and let's see. They are going to say no to that. They want Jordan Hawkins, who I don't mind moving as well. Could we just do Isaac Jones? I'll take back Isaac Jones instead of Sasser, and I'll throw in the second rounder. You would want my 2029 first. Yeah, I don't want to do that. Damn, I can't get 2 first rounders for Herb Jones. I thought I could. All right, so what about if we did Karis LeVert in this trade, and I will give you Sadiq Bey? Could we do that? And I'll take like Javonte Green. That's fine. Would you do this? They want Micah PV for Isaac Jones. All right, let's do this. Sadiq Bey going back to the Detroit Pistons, the team that drafted him, and they're also adding Herb Jones. For Karis LeVert's matching money, Javonte Green, Isaac Jones, and 2 first rounders. Micah PV I also had to include in that trade. All right, what are the odds I could take a flyer on like maybe a bust of a top 10 pick in Rob Dillingham so far, and you get a good backup center Minnesota in Kevon Mooney? They're going to say no to that. I don't really want to include much else, so I might be screwed. I mean, right now, I do want to clear up this backcourt a little bit. A Jordan Poole trade, I mean, he's been good. That could transpire in the offseason. DeJounte Murray's been fine as well. I don't think I'll be able to move Murray. I'll try to move Poole. Obviously, I'm not moving Paul George. Nobody wants that deal. Like, what are the odds I could turn Jordan Hawkins, who I do have still, Jordan Hawkins, and Jordan Poole, so double Jordan, to the Bulls for Kevin Huerter's expiring, and Kobe White, who might make more or less than Jordan Poole, I don't know. But I kind of like Kobe White as a player for us long-term. They want... I can't trade a first right now where we're at. I mean, I can kind of get salary relief. Not really. Klay Thompson and Caleb Martin both have 2 years left. I could get 2 first-rounders from Dallas for Jordan Poole. I don't hate that. We need draft capital, I think, long-term. So I'm going to do this trade if they will accept it. They say no. You want one of the Detroit first. Yeah, like, not doing that. I don't want to trade up my only 2026 first-rounder. All right, I think we're going to just move Poole in the offseason. I mean, when you look at, like, our free agents at the end of the year as well, do we have any notable ones? Like Javonte Green, I don't need to trade right now. DeAndre Jordan, Isaac Jones now. So everybody's basically under contract. Alvarado, I probably would have moved, but he's currently hurt right now. We have way too many guards at the moment. Trey Murphy's out for a decent amount of time. Like, this team is not good. It's not good whatsoever. Hopefully, we can eventually... I don't know. Like, I want to start Derek Queen, so I don't know what we're doing here. I don't need Javonte Green starting. Kevon Mooney off the bench. If LeVert can help us win games, sure, he can come off the bench. Let's go a little bit more to Derek Queen. Sure, Paul George on a heater as of late. Maybe not that bad of a player. Let's go like 35 to Poole, 35 to Murray, and we'll do about 31 to Yves. Can we at least, like, be like the 12th seed? I just don't want to give up a top pick to Atlanta. So Nikola Jokic wins MVP. VJ Edgecombe, Rookie of the Year. Josh Hart, 6th Man of the Year for the New York Knicks. Wemby Depoy, Neemias Queta, Most Improved. Devin Booker clutch player of the year. I feel like that's probably going to end up being Jalen Duren. All NBA first team, all international, or at least all non-American. All NBA second team, you have Bam, Curry, Maxey, Thompson, and Giddey. Almost all American, but you have Giddey from Australia. Here's all NBA third team. All defensive first team, you have Wemby, Mobley, Giannis, Chet, and Amen Thompson. I do wonder if the 76ers with like the rookie of the year with Zion Williamson ended up making the playoffs. They are the 7th seed, so we'll see what ends up happening with them. We did not have a late season push whatsoever. We finished 26 and 56. Right now, it's listed as the 13th seed in the West if we go to the worst teams in the NBA. 4th worst record. Just drop me. Drop me in the lottery, please. I just can't stomach giving up a really good pick. Trey Murphy ended up averaging 29. Paul George wasn't half bad. I mean, next year, I believe we own our first round pick again, so I'm going to try to be bad if we can next year, or at least maximize our window. I think Jeremiah Fears was good. I think Murray and Poole have trade value. I don't think I'm in like the market to move Trey Murphy. Jared McCain, I would like for him to start maybe next to Fears in the backcourt next year if we trade away Murray and Poole this offseason. And let's see who wins the 2026 NBA Finals. Philadelphia ended up making it as the 8th seed, but they lost to the Knicks. You have the Knicks and the Rockets in like the Allen Houston Bowl here. I think Steve Francis played for the Knicks. So we'll see what ends up happening. Oh, damn. I mean, this is a rematch, I think, of the 95 or 96 finals. 95. I think the Knicks blew a 3-0 lead. They were up 1-0, 2-0. Yeah, they were up 3-0. And then the Rockets won 4 in a row, and Kevin Durant got finals MVP. Yeah, we're going to lose some improvements. I mean, at this point, this team might be shipped off to Vegas at this point. It feels like Joe Dumars is trying to tank the franchise's value. Steph Curry retired. I'm going to override that. Can I override LeBron's? Unfortunately, I can't. DeRozan, I think, would play a little bit more. I wonder if, like, New Orleans would trade for, like, Russell Westbrook, who might help them win games this year just because they don't own their first. I mean, yeah, it's not the end of the world. It's a sunk cost at this point, right? Like, who cares if you're giving up pick 1 or pick 5? Like, I don't know. If you changed that pass and you didn't make those trades, who knows where you'd be picking this year, but it just hurts a little bit. That pick is projected at number 4. It was also just like, I don't know, the terrible management of trading away the Pacers, their first round pick back before Game 7. Why not just wait? I know, like the odds of Halliburton tearing his Achilles in Game 7, such a small fraction, or such a small probability of that happening. But like, why not just wait? Don't you have a risk management department down there in New Orleans? Oh man, just don't give me a top 4 pick, motherfucker. Oh my God, I just gave the Atlanta Hawks Darren Peterson to Banter Boozer. They could pick. Oh boy, that sucks. That sucks so much, and we have to live with that now. Thank you, Joe Dumars. Oh boy, and you're giving up the swap too. So we do own a first rounder here. It's actually not that bad. It's at 18 from the Pistons. I thought it could be a little bit lower. We may even look to trade up. James Borrego was made their interim head coach. I actually think he's going to be their long-term head coach. I think he should be. So we are going to promote him. So yeah, we're not going to be able to get one of those guys at the top, unfortunately. Maybe somebody falls through the cracks. We are going to look at centers. I don't know. It's not really the best center class on paper, but Henry Vasar from UNC, I like. Magoon Guath from San Diego State, I like. Patrick Gungba from UNC, Chris Sinak from Houston. We'll scout those guys out. I'm not getting any of these guys. Maybe Kareem Lopez falls. Maybe we trade up. So Caleb Wilson, I'm going to scout a little bit. We'll scout Isaiah Evans as a 3-point shooter. We'll scout out Dash Daniels. We drafted his brother. Tonde Yesufu will scout out. I don't really want to take any guards, but I saw like Kingston Flemings. He was having a really good start to the season from Houston. And we definitely have assets to move up on the night of the draft. And I'm going to make this trade with the San Antonio Spurs. They're looking for some shooting around Wemby. I'm going to give them Jordan Poole, who had a really good year, 49, 41, 90 splits for Carter Bryant, who was the 14th overall pick. Didn't really do a lot in his rookie year. And can I get pick 20 from the Atlanta Hawks? They're going to say no. Come on. Why do you got to be annoying here? I'll give you a future second. I feel like I'm not even asking for a lot. Like, I don't want to give up this 2026 first. I'll give up the 2028 Pistons first for that swap. I don't want to give up my first. Jeez, I almost gave up the wrong pick. Let's do that one. They say no. They really want a first rounder in this draft, which I get, but I'd like to have 2 first rounders if I can. All right, so I'm going to see if Atlanta, who has a little bit of money right now because Trae Young is a pending free agent, can I get pick 17 and a swap best between Atlanta and Cleveland in 2028 for Jordan Poole? They're going to say yes to that. So we are going to land another first rounder in this draft. We have 17 and 18. And I wonder if I could maybe get, it sucks it's pick 30, but pick 30, Corey Kispert and Will Riley for DeJounte Murray. I would also ask for, do you have like a different first? Yeah, like, can I get this swap best in 2029? So 2 first rounders, one being pick 30 in this draft. Kispert, a first rounder last year for DeJounte Murray. They're going to say no. All right, I'll give you this Pacers second, and they're gonna say no. Do I have a player I could give you? Like, do you like Karis LeVert? Take him. They do not want to do that. I mean, I could give you guys back like Corey Kispert. I don't really need Corey Kispert, honestly. So let's do Will Riley, pick 30, and a future first for DeJounte Murray. They say no. I mean, this can kind of like be like the Denny package in a way, and I'll give you a second. You guys are annoying, and I will also give you Karis LeVert as well. You guys are so annoying. Just take this second rounder, please. Oh my God. Why? Why is everybody being so annoying to trade with today? All right, what about just DeJounte Murray for pick 30 and that 2029 swap? Thank you. All right, so we basically just shed a ton of cap this offseason. We have 3 first rounders, although they're not great first rounders. We're going to have 1 first rounder next year, still a swap best with Milwaukee from the Drew trade. We're going to own 3 first rounders in 28, and we're going to own 2 first rounders in 29. Going into next year, we have McCain and Fears in the backcourt. We're going to have Murphy. We're going to have George, Green, Misi, Looney. I don't care if we suck. We don't own our first, or we do own our first round pick. So nice. Derek Queen for Darren Peterson. Yeah, you hate to see it a little bit. It's actually technically Darren Peterson and Asa Newell for Derek Queen. Cameron Boozer goes 2. Dash Daniels goes 3. I don't know why. DeBance ends up going 5 to Memphis. So Chris Sinat goes. I maybe would have traded up for him. Hans Steinbeck goes to the Hornets. Jaden Quainance goes to the Bucks. Mikael Brown Jr. off the board. All right. Caleb Wilson is still on the board. I don't know how I feel about like Caleb Wilson and Derek Queen playing with each other. Who's on the board? It's the Raptors. They're going to be a problem to try to trade up with. So I don't think I'm even going to bother with them. I think Dallas at 13. Damn, Kareem Lopez goes. I would have liked him. OKC at 13 is trading the pick. For Miles Bridges, definitely not something Sam Presti would do. And they take this guy from Italy. The Mavericks are going to take Yesufu. That's a good pick out of Baylor. So the Lakers are on the board. Are the Lakers intrigued about getting... really don't know. Pick 14. I'll give you pick 17. And I'll give you Karis LeVert. You like Karis LeVert? It's a trade piece. I don't know. I guess LeBron retired, so they have some money to work with. And I'll give you a future second rounder in 2030 to move up 3 spots. Thank you very much. So we are on the board. There's Caleb Wilson. There is LeBaron Philon. I don't think I really want to take a guard here. I like Kingston Flemings from Houston, though. Isaiah Evans. Yeah, I think I'm going to take Caleb Wilson, who's been a monster this year for the UNC Tar Heels. I don't know what that means about Derek Queen. Maybe I just start Derek Queen at the 5 next year. Wilson does project to be a beast defender, so maybe he can help him out a little bit. Sergio Delaria goes to the Hornets. The Thunder are also trading this pick for Brandon Clark and John Conchar. God, what the hell are these trades the Thunder are doing on draft night? These are awful. Damn, Dame Sarr goes. I would have liked Dame Sarr a little bit. There goes Bennett Sturts, and we are on the board. All right, what are the odds I could just trade away this first rounder for Dame Sarr? I don't really have much to throw in. Like, I'm not moving Derek Queen. I have no players I could throw in. Could I give you 30 and whatever that was, 18 for Dame Sarr? Okay, so we basically traded for Dame Sarr. They take LeBaron Philon. All right, so that concludes our draft. We take Caleb Wilson from UNC, and we take Dame Sarr from Duke, 2 ACC players, 2 North Carolina players, and McCain has that Duke connection with Dame Sarr. We're going to pick up the team option on Misi. Alvarado opts in. Rooney, we're going to decline. Hawkins at $7 million. I'm going to decline. Maybe it was just a bad environment for him to go in, but I really thought he was going to be a hit coming out of UConn. We're not going to... I mean, I could sign him back for less than that, but $7 million. So we actually do have some cap. Like I said, I don't mind if we're bad or good next year. I'm going to change Paul George's position. I wonder if he goes up. I mean, we got to live with this horrible contract. So he does actually go up. He's going to come off the bench, though. I also want to change if I move McCain to shooting guard. Does he go up? Didn't really change, but I don't mind that. I don't mind trying to sign like Kristaps Porzingis. He does have a decent amount of offers. Atlanta. That's a little pricey for me, so I don't think I'm going to be in that sweepstakes. Like Vooch, I don't mind being in the Nikola Vucevic sweepstakes. I don't mind throwing a bag at Walker Kessler. Isaiah Hartenstein's here. DeAndre Ayton, who maybe got his value back in LA. Mark Williams is here. Jalen Duren is here. I mean, I hope 2K starts to make Detroit match anything. I mean, I don't mind Vucevic, who could space the floor. I mean, the Jazz would be kind of silly to not pick up the steal on Kessler, but I feel like that's a really good rim protector for us, and we have cap now. All right, let's throw a 4-year deal at Walker Kessler. That's going to send over time. We kind of have to overpay him a little bit for him to come here. We'll see if they match that. So I'm going to renounce the rights on basically everybody here. And we did create a $34 million trade exception with Jordan Poole. I should use that. and they don't match it. Wow, Utah says, we don't want Walker Kessler. All right, welcome to New Orleans, Walker. I am fine with that going forward. Misi is definitely going to be a backup, which I feel a little bit more comfortable with. So I want to see if I could trade Jose Alvarado to Brooklyn for 3 second-rounders. I actually hate them all being in the same draft class. Could we do 1 in 28, 1 in 27, 1 in 29? They're going to say yes to that. Sweet. So we are going to look to get a different backup point guard. I like Colin Gillespie, what he's doing right now in Phoenix, but I also see Trey Mann hit free agency. So I'm going to give Trey Mann a 2-year deal. It's a 1+1. I think I'll take that. And he will. So that's probably going to be it for me. We might sign some 2-ways. Malachi Moreno went to the draft. I don't think he should out of Kentucky, but let's give him that. We'll give Bryce James a 2-way. He actually didn't redshirt. We'll do that. Why not? I could sell maybe some G League tickets. And Cam Spencer got let go. I'm going to sign him on a 2-year deal. We can make that one fully guaranteed. Just kidding. He signed with the Denver Nuggets. Jamal Shed might be a little pricey for me. Javon Carter, veteran. Brandon Williams, I will give a 2. We'll do a 1+1 on Brandon Williams for about $3 million, and he should accept that. Bang. There we go. Did Trae Young stay with the Atlanta Hawks? I guess he did. He might have actually signed with them in the middle of the year. Or did Trae Young get hurt, and he's like overall dropped a ton? Austin Reeves got hurt. Damn, he dislocated his patella. What happened to Trae Young? Did he like sign an extension with them throughout the season? Let's see. Yeah, okay, he had a spinal injury, 2 to 4 weeks, but he did sign an extension with them. So, player progression, McCain, highest overall going into next year. Kessler, 84. Fears, 83. Kessler, technically a UNC guy, technically. Paul George regresses, no surprise there. I'm excited about this younger team going into next year's season. We moved on from Poole, Murray, Herb Jones, which hurt a little bit. Hurts less in 2K than it is in real life. And we moved on from Zion. All right, any contract extensions to work out this year? We could re-sign Paul George. I don't think I'll be doing that. Nope, we have a clean slate. Let's go into next year's season. And yeah, it's going to be Fears at the 1, McCain at the 2, Trey Murphy at the 3. I don't even know if I want Paul George to play that much. He's just a veteran. I will go Queen at the 4, Kessler at the 5. I want Murphy to get like 35 a night. Let's go 33 to McCain, 30 to Fears. Let's go 28 to, Queen there is good. Misi can get about 18 a night. Trey Mann's going to get about 12 a night. We signed Tyus Jones. He's not going to play. Bol, we also signed. Wow, so we had to sign 3 veterans. I would like to get Dame Sarr in there if I can. About 15 minutes a night. And then I would like to get Caleb Wilson. Wow, we had to sign Jalen Wilson as well. We had to sign a lot of veterans on this team. But yeah, let's play Caleb Wilson a decent amount. So we'll go, honestly, 6th man Caleb Wilson. There's no point in playing Paul George that many minutes. He's kind of lucky he's even playing right now. We are 3-star pace and space. What are we at? Perimeter centric 3, so we'll stay there. Or we'll actually go to perimeter centric. That's fine with me. It creates mismatches in favor of stretch bigs. We don't really have a stretch big, so maybe I don't want to do that. Slower tempo. I think we should honestly maybe even do grit and grind. We'll do balance for now. So I do want to check out the shot tendencies. Does anybody have like a comically low one? Yeah, like let's get McCain up to like a 78. Let's get Kessler up to like a 60. He was taking more threes before the shoulder injury. Let's definitely up Jeremiah Fears' touch tendency. Trey Murphy, that's good. Misi doesn't need to be that low. Paul George, you don't need to touch the ball that much at age 36. Derek Queen, yeah, like I want you maybe operating out of the post as an offensive hub at times. So let's go something like that. Man, that's fine. Caleb Wilson can lower the shot tendency a little bit as a rookie. And Dame Sarr, I think, is fine as well. So we start the season against the San Antonio Spurs. How do we look? Nice. Walker Kessler's out 6 to 8 weeks at the start of the season. So Yves Misi, just like your rookie year, injuries are going to make you a starter pretty much right away. Maybe Malachi Moreno plays, but probably Bol as like the backup 5 who we signed. We ended up losing by 10. Murphy had 22. Queen had a double-double. He had 4 blocks in this one. Home game against the Magic. I really like the Magic new logo. We end up, even though it's a ball, but it's different. So we ended up losing this one by 6. At least we have our first round pick this year, right? Nets, we do beat by 1. Trey Murphy had 26. All right, so we've actually been low-key not that bad this year. We're 23 and 29. That's actually a playing tournament spot here in the Western Conference. Zion and the Sixers, how are they the 15th seed? You have Maxey, Edgecombe, Zion. You brought back Ben Simmons. I guess you didn't re-sign Quentin Grimes. I don't know. It's not my problem anymore. Jared McCain dropping 20 points, 3.5 rebounds, 4.5 assists this year. Maybe better than Zion at this point. Trey Murphy, 17 points, 44, 38, 85 splits. Jeremiah Fears taking somewhat strides in year number 2. I mean, the workload has gone up. The efficiency hasn't really gone up, but I'm fine with what he's doing. He was like the second youngest player in that draft outside of Cooper Flagg. Derek Queen, 11 and 7. I'm gonna need you to shoot the ball a little bit better, Derek Queen. I might actually lower his 3 tendency. Maybe it's just not great right now. So if I just check it out, if I went to his 3-point tendency, we've had some injuries this year. Quentin Grimes got hurt. Or not Quentin Grimes, Jesus, sorry. Jared McCain got hurt. And Walker Kessler got hurt a little bit this year. So if I went to his shot 3 tendency, yeah, why is it that high? He wasn't really much of a 3-point shooter at Maryland. I mean, he wasn't the most efficient shooter in the world. So yeah, let's lower that a decent amount. I'd like for him to actually use his strengths. So we are not going to make any trades at the deadline. Obviously, it'd be nice to leverage Paul George's $54 million, but he's owed $54 million next year. So maybe in the offseason, if he doesn't retire, we could trade him. All right, so we're actually going to flirt with being 500 this year. We're about 39-41, 39-42, 39-43. All right, that's definitely better than what I thought this year. It's funny, we were bad when we don't own our pick, and we were actually like okay when we do own our pick, and we just see Darren Peterson, Rookie of the Year. Mikael Brown Jr., 6th Man of the Year. This is like basically the Cavs getting Kyrie for Mo Williams. Mikael Brown Jr., 6th Man of the Year. Wemby Depoy, Brandon Miller, Most Improved, and Wemby is your Clutch Player of the Year. We have an almost all-international All-NBA first team again, but Ja Morant sneaks in. I don't know about sneaks in. He was pretty good for them. I doubt we're going to see a Pelican this year. Are we going to see any defensive Pelicans? No Walker Kessler, unfortunately. All-rookie first team, no Pelicans. And we do see C-Dub on all-rookie second team. I'll take that. 42, 31, 76 splits. Maybe he ends up better than Derek Queen. So we actually made the playing tournament as the 10th seed. Shout out to us. Player stats this year, our leading scorer was Jared McCain. Jeremiah Fears struggled a little bit with this efficiency, but good free throw shooter. Derek Queen was more efficient in the second half when I said, stop taking threes. So let's go here. I don't know if I really want to play Paul George, although he's not that bad. Do I want to play Dame Sarr, who was not that bad? Do I want to play Trey Mann, who's not that bad? So who do I bench? I guess I don't have to bench anybody. We can run a 10-man rotation for this game. So I'm going to go like a little bit less to Fears and a little bit more to McCain. Taking on the Thunder. I mean, when you trade for Miles Bridges, John Conchar, and Brandon Clark, I guess this is what can happen. Yeah, I guess let's see if we could beat them. These two teams matched up in round 1 of the 2024 playoffs. The Thunder swept them. I think there was like maybe one semi-close game, if I can even remember correctly. I think there was one where CJ McCollum had a chance to like tie. So we're actually going to beat them. All right. 150-140. Jeremiah Fears with 24. Kessler had a double-double. All right, we win our next game against Memphis, against All-NBA first team Ja Morant. We are going to the playoffs as an 8 seed, which isn't probably going to end well, but I'd like to get these young guys some playoff experience. All right, we're going to get blown out by Memphis, so unfortunately, we're not going to be in the playoffs, but hey, I think we're trending in the right direction. Why the hell was my... What? Why was my owner goal this year to win the finals? Are you looking at this roster and what I had to deal with? We let AJ fall to 5, so him and Ja is a sick duo. But you know what? The fact that we played like competitive... Well, this one wasn't that competitive, but we made it to the second leg of the play-in. I would view this year as a success, and we actually are like younger, healthier than we've been in years past once Paul George moves on. Hopefully he retires so I get off that $50-ish million. And the Dallas Mavericks and New York Knicks are going to the NBA Finals, and the Knicks, for the second straight year, lose to a Texas team in the finals. Anthony Davis is your Finals MVP, who dropped 26 and 10. So let's move on here to the offseason. Kevin Durant retires. Harden, Drummond, Paul George, you son of a... Okay, Paul George does not retire, so we do have to pay him this year, unfortunately. All right, so it is the draft lottery. We are going to be picking probably 12, unfortunately. Yeah, unless we get insanely lucky, which I doubt is going to happen. So the Thunder are picking 14. The Heat are picking 13. If this is us, I'll be very upset. All right, so the Heat are there, and let's see if we get some insane luck. 12 into the top 4. That does not happen. So the Hawks... Oh, no. We actually get the swap with Milwaukee. I forgot to mention that. So we had a better chance. That pick ended up being pick 8. All right, better than pick 12. So we have the 8th overall pick in this draft. The Hawks got the swap worst of those two from the DeJounte Murray trade. Boston, Philly, and Utah 1, 2, and 3. That's pretty sweet. And then Houston, number 4 as well from the James Harden trade. So let's, I don't know. Like we have the 8th overall pick. I don't know if I'm going to end up making that selection. Last time, I think they took Dyson Daniels with the 8th overall pick. So we're not going to get this point guard. We're not going to get Stokes. Probably not Collins. Baba might go to like Arkansas. I think Arkansas or Maryland. DJ Wagner from Arkansas, I would avoid. Omer Meyer, I don't really know what we're looking at here. Like who I'd draft. Braylon Mullins, I would like from UConn. I'll scout him out. Jason Crow, I'll scout out from Mizzou. Anthony Thompson from Georgia Tech. Not sure if he's going there. McCoy, who... McCoy, no, Dylan Mingo is from Long Island. Xavier Booker, Mika Murnin, Nicholas Amenia, Dylan Mingo will do there. Jackson Richardson, Caleb Gaskins, Cam Williams from Kentucky. I think it's Cam with a K. Jacob Furphy from UConn as well. Is it supposed to be Cable Cada? No, Savion Cada. Dwayne Aristod's in this draft class as well from Arizona, who could be a first rounder in real life. So let's hop into the draft. I don't know, like, I do have that trade exception, but like we already have cap as it is. Like, I don't really want Domantas Sabonis. That really doesn't do much for us. I don't really want Lauri Markkanen either, who actually got traded to Atlanta. What did that trade look like? Can I see? Don't tell me. Oh my God, it was for Trae Young. You know what? I could see it. I could somehow see it. So let's start this draft. Number 1, Boston takes Stefan Joksimovic from Slovenia. Number 2, the 76ers are selecting Tyron Stokes. Number 3, Xavier Booker. If you watched, I probably had to be like my 2K22 rebuilds maybe with him. He was like a goated 2023 prospect. Didn't really work out at Michigan State. So let's see who ends up falling to us. DJ Wagner goes. I'm fine with that. And the Bulls are going to select or trade the pick for a future first from Utah, and Utah's going to select Mika Murnin. Good pick. All right, so there's a couple guys I do like here. There's Caleb Holt I really like from, where's he? He's going to Arkansas in this. There's Braylon Mullins from UConn. There is Jason Crow. Like, there's a 5 overall difference. Like, I got to value that a little bit. Brandon McCoy, Omar Meyer, Jordan Smith, Taj Ariza, the son of Trevor Ariza. So I got offered Quentin Grimes for the 8th overall pick. I don't think I'm going to do that, but could I trade for Quentin Grimes? Could I give you pick, or I'll keep that pick. Could I give you maybe, do I want to trade my first? I'll give you Detroit's first next year. Do I trust my first? I'll give you my top 10 protected pick next year for Quentin Grimes. Let's see. Would they do that? Grimes and Dame Sarr as my guards off the bench is kind of nice. They say no. I do have some seconds I got from the Nets. I'll give you 1 second, and I'll give you a second. They say no. And do I have another player I could throw in? Not really. Yeah, like I'm not throwing in C-Dub. I'm not throwing in Dame Sarr. All right, never mind. I don't think I'm going to get... Yeah, because I don't really want to trade Trey Murphy, although it's not the worst idea to sell high. All right, so let's take with this pick. I shouldn't look too much into overalls, but I don't mind the size of Ariza. Like, I'm not going to play Paul George this year, so not like having another guy with size is kind of nice. So I'm going to take Taj Ariza. And then I ended up taking Dwayne Aristode here from Arizona, who went after us. So Ariza's a 74. Hugo, I probably should have taken 77 overall, it looks like. Caleb Holt's a 75. I guess getting a pure 2 guard wouldn't have been a bad idea either. So let's sign both these guys. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing that Ariza is a 74 compared to Aristode's 72, or that's a good thing. So no surprise, Paul George opts in. I'm actually going to pick up the team option on Trey Mann. I guess we're not going to really use that Jordan Poole trade exception. I don't really think we're in the market to make a big trade. We'll give Bryce and Malachi Moreno the qualifying offers. And Jordan Poole is a free agent I could potentially sign. I would like to get a different third-string center. So Nemeas Queta on a 2-year deal. So God forbid Kessler goes down or Yibmisi goes down. We're going to have Queta to be the backup or the third string compared to, who was it last year? Bol. So we're going to let Williams walk. We're actually going to let, most of these guys walk. All right, so anybody switch up? Jokic goes to the Nets. Curry goes to the Clippers. All right, that's kind of crazy. I mean, looking at the team right now, do I want to release Paul George? I might. Let's just release him. Sorry, PG. You can go sign with somebody else. So I might sign like a young small forward and maybe like a young power forward. Sion James is here. So is Pele Larson. So is Will Richard. I'm actually going to sign both these guys. I'm going to give Sion James a 1+1. And I'm going to give, I think, Pele Larson a 1+1. These guys might not play for us, but just good rotational pieces to have in case somebody ends up getting hurt. So I can't sign Pele Larson, so we end up with Sion James. And then my last contract, I'm going to give Mohamed Gay a 1-year minimum. There we go. All right, so we're here at player progression. Jared McCain is our highest overall. Trey Murphy's still under contract for 2 more years. We will have some free agents next year, I believe. Jared McCain and Yibmisi, both from the 2024 class, can get extended. And shout out to Joda Kelmer on this draft class because there's like freshmen in college right now that are actually in like the 2028 draft class, which is really cool. Misi wants way too much money for me, so I'm not going to extend him there. McCain, I'll definitely give you that. So that will ascend over time. 5 for 103. I think that's more than worth it. I do need to cut somebody before the season starts. Probably going to be Malachi Moreno, who's already my 4th center. Doesn't sell G League jerseys like Bryce James does. And yeah, Steph Curry is going to retire at the end of the year. It's going to be Fears, McCain, Murphy, Queen, Kessler. Misi's going to play a decent amount off the bench. Again, just kind of 30 to 18 split. I want Wilson to play. I want Sarr to play a decent amount. Trey Mann to play. And instead of Sion, I would like to get Taj Ariza in there for about 15 minutes a night. We'll go about 10 to Trey Mann, and then 5 more minutes for the starters. Let's go 32 to these guys, and let's go with just a little bit more to Murphy, who could be a trade candidate at one point this year. We'll see. All right, Darren Peterson, NBA Cup MVP, averaging 27, 8, and 8. You hate to see it. All right, so this team is kind of freaking sick. We're at the deadline. We are 38 and 14. We have a 13.5 point differential, which is the second best. This is our op. This team, the Atlanta Hawks, with Darren Peterson in the backcourt. No longer having Trae Young. Is Larry Markkinen hurt? Larry Markkinen is hurt, but they have, like, Chris Stopps they re-signed. You still have Reese Shea Johnson. They have Jalen Wells, Layson Daniels. It's a good team. They definitely need a point guard. Trae Young could have been that point guard, but they traded him away. So Jeremiah Fears unfortunately broke his wrist. Pretty serious injury, and he was kind of efficiency god this year, but he's going to eventually be back for the playoffs, which we're almost guaranteed to make pretty much, unless we had like an all-time collapse. Shout out to Jared McCain, also a 50, 40, 90 season. Even like Trey Murphy, he won't get there, but he's flirting with it. Derek Queen, 15 and 7 this year. This is what I want to see out of Derek Queen. I wonder, like, could our downfall be like not having two big men that could space the floor in the modern NBA with Kessler and Queen? But we'll figure that out. Dame Sarr knocking down his shots this year. Like, Yves Missi is a restricted free agent at the end of the year. Like, I could do, like, a sign-and trade with him. Honestly, this team is so good. We're the 1 seed. I don't really want to make any trades. I don't want to think, like, oh, let me trade Missi now. Let me trade Trey Murphy now. Let's see what this team can do in the playoffs. All right, so we just won 50 games. We're about to get Jeremiah Fears back. And Nikola Jokic in a Brooklyn Nets jersey wins MVP. Stefan Joksimovic, Rookie of the Year for the Celtics. Darius Akuff, 6th Man of the Year. Wemby Depoy, Darius Akuff, Most Improved. Nikola Jokic is your Clutch Player of the Year as well. Darren Peterson, damn, he broke his vertebrae, but All-NBA first team in year number 2. Just stop spitting it in my face. Basically what they're doing. Oh, man, or shoving it in my face. Spitting it in my face? Why did I say that? I don't know. That is not how you say that term. But Zubac, who I almost traded Zion for, all defensive second team this year. And then do we get any all rookies? No, we do not. No Taj Ariza, but a 1 seed. A 1 seed. When was the last time the Pelicans were the 1 seed? Has that ever even happened in their history? We finished with the best point differential in the West, but the Hawks ended up winning 70 games. So, yeah, they are clearly the team to beat. Thankfully, we are healthy, ready to go for the playoffs. McCain averaged 20, Murphy 18, Fears 17 and 5, Queen 16 and 7, C-Dub 13. Oh my God, the offense was kind of electric this year. Like, if I went to the best offensive ratings in the NBA, we're number 2. Atlanta's really good. And Atlanta also had, not actually, let's see. Atlanta had a top 10 defense. We were just outside the top 10. So we're taking on Golden State. It's going to be Fears, McCain, Murphy, Queen, Kessler. I'm going to do kind of what I did in the regular season with 30 and 18 being the swap. We're going to go 20 to Dame Sarr, 48% from 3 this year. We're going to go 24 to C-Dub. Do I want to play Trey Mann? He's been good, man. I'm going to go, no pun intended. I'm not going to play Sion James. I don't think I'm going to play Taj Ariza here. Wasn't bad as a rookie, but I want to play our top guys. So let's go 35 to Fears and McCain. And then let's just go the remaining 4 to Trey Murphy. We're taking on Golden State in round number 1. Kingston Flemings from Houston, who they drafted. Jalen Green they signed. Moody, Kuminga, Mitch Robb, AJ Johnson, Max Christie, Aaron Wiggins. Game 1 goes to the Pelicans. Let's go 122, 119. 30 for Trey, 22 for Queen. 52 combined between Trey Murphy and Derek Queen as we win that game. Game 2, we're going to win this one as well. Derek Queen with 26, 16 and 16 for Walker Kessler, 13, 7 and 6 for Jared McCain. We're going to lose game 3, unfortunately, by 1. Damn, Jared McCain with 30, Jeremiah Fears with 20. Game number 4, we're going to win this one. 115, 101, 29 and 10 for Derek Queen, 21 and 11 for Fears, 27 and 5 for... Who was that? Was that McCain that had that? Yeah, it was McCain. 17 rebounds for Kessler, 5 blocks, 11 rebounds for Caleb Wilson. And we lose Trey Murphy till maybe the NBA Finals. That sucks. All right. Do I start Dame Sarr at the 3? Who's struggling a little bit. Do I start C-Dub at the 3? That really just has 3 non-shooters out there, which I don't love. So I think we're going to start Sarr at the 3. But yeah, we're going to definitely play C-Dub like 30 minutes a night. We're going to play Sarr about 27 minutes a night. And then we're going to probably get Sion James into the rotation, who's just a little bit more polished than Taj Ariza right now. And I'm not going to play like Aristod. So let's get Sion James in there. He'll play like 18 minutes a night. That sucks. We just lost Trey Murphy, who was, I mean, not scoring a ton, but just being efficient as we're up 3-1. We are going to win in 5 still. We win by 10. Nice double-double for Kessler, plus 5 blocks, guys, an absolute beast. So we're taking on OKC. We beat them in the play-in a couple years ago. And in round number 1, who was our leading scorer? It was Derek Queen, actually, 21-8. Shout out to Derek Queen, the big blizzard, as we're going to win game 1. Do we own the Thunder in this video? Cedar with 24. Let's go. Game number 2. We win this one. Oh my God, by 38 points. Cedar with 35. Jared McCain with 32. Let's go. Game number 3. We win by 17. 33 for McCain, 10 assists, 25 for Fears, 22 and 10 for Queen. Don't blow a 3-0 lead. And we just gentlemen swept them. We ended up losing game 4 by 19, and we won game 5 by 3. Let's go, man. We're in the conference finals taking on the San Antonio Spurs. The Atlanta Hawks got bounced in round number 1. The backcourt showed up there. Philly not making the playoffs with Zion, so they lost game 7 to the Knicks. Obviously, without Darren Peterson was a big blow for them. So we're taking on San Antonio, who have Wemby, they have Miles Bridges, Carter Bryant, Harper, Fox, Castle coming off the bench, Dame coming off the bench as well. All right, let's see what happens here. Game 1, we lose this one by 7. This is the Kelly Olynyk Bowl. We end up getting a 30-piece out of Jared McCain. Game number 2, we're going to win this one. 139-124, 31 for Jared McCain. Hell yeah. Game 3, we're going to win this one by 2 in overtime. Wemby at 29, Fierce at 28, McCain at 25, 5 and 6 in 41 minutes. C-Dub couldn't hit a single shot. Game 4, we're going to win this one. Wow, by 4. All right, Dame Sar with 22, C-Dub with a double-double, Kessler with a double-double. Game 5, we are in the NBA freaking finals, man. Jared McCain, 26, 6 and 5. I mean, if you watch my Kings rebuild and how much I struggled in that one, this feels good. But we're taking on the Detroit Pistons. Sexton, Cade, Asar, Holland, Duran, Pajemski. Who did I trade them? It was Herb Jones, right? Who's no longer there. Game 1 goes to the Pelicans. This is the Joe Dumars Bowl, the Tranjan Langdon Bowl, the Troy Weaver Bowl. If you know, you know. We end up winning by 5 in game 1. No Trey Murphy. Actually, I should check his timeline. We end up losing by 9 in game 2. Murphy, he's day-to-day, so he will be back soon. Bang, there we go, right on cue. I'm not going to play him day-to-day. We lose game 3, damn, by 21. Cade and Duran at 75 against us. All right, so I think I'm going to put Trey Murphy back in the rotation. I'm easily going to take out Sion James, who actually shot the ball really well, like 58, 46, 92 splits. Let's throw Trey Murphy in there. We're going to lower C-Dub's minutes a little bit. We're going to lower Sar's minutes down to like 18. So I guess I will end up starting Trey Murphy. He'll get about 30 minutes a night. All right, here we go. Down 2-1. Don't go down 3-1, please. Please. Bang, there we go. We win by 12. It's a brand new series. Game number 5. This is a huge rubber match at home. We win this one 3-2 driver's seat. If we lose this one and you go back to Detroit for game 6, that is a scary sight. We take a lead in the 4th. Oh, this is a good one. Down by 1. We are down by 2. 3.5 to go. All right, so there's plenty of time left. Jared McCain getting a screen from Walker Kessler. That's a long 2. I don't know if I like that. Oh my God, it was a terrible shot. But Kessler with the rebound. All right, just get out of the paint. Just don't get a 3 seconds. All right, we got 9 seconds here. Let's get a screen from Kessler. Jared McCain, downhill, right hand, no good. Kessler on the glass. That's the better 2022 draft class big man. Not Duran. It's Walker Kessler. Huge dunk there. Thank you, Danny Ainge, for not matching that contract a couple years ago. So we got Trey Murphy in at the 2. Why'd you sag? Oh my God, why did I sag off so much? I didn't mean to do that. All right, well, Pods hits a huge 3. Sexton, McCain, fine. Kessler. Oh, good defense there by Duran. I mean, this should be a mismatch. That's Chaz Lanier trying to keep up with C-Dub. You're not doing that. That's Ron Holland coming off a screen. That is, I'm fine with him taking shots. So we have basically, I guess Jeremiah Fears fouled out. I'm really hoping he didn't get hurt. So Trey Mann and Walker Kessler are working out of the pick and roll. All right, Kessler guarded by Sexton. They're going to send a double. Jared McCain open for 3. Jared McCain, quick trigger, please. Hit this. Bang. Bang. He's got 27. We're up by 2. All right, Trey Murphy guarding Asar Thompson. We can handle this. We can handle this. Trey Mann, I don't know if I want to sub Trey Mann out and put Jared You know what? I might do that in a second, but I got to play some defense right now. Sexton trying to drive on. Wow. That's a big time bucket right there. So what I may do is go McCain at the 1. Let's go Trey Murphy at the 2, and let's go C-Dub at the 3. I don't love that floor spacing, but we're getting our athletes out there. And I trust like Murphy and McCain enough as shooters. So I don't really know if I want to do another 3-point attempt with McCain. I don't mind getting the ball to Derek Queen in the post, but can he get some positioning over Holland? They're setting the double. All right, Trey Murphy wide open. That's what the big blizzard does. Damn, he finds the open guy, but Trey Murphy can't connect Like, do I need Dame Sar out there? Oh, God. Sexton. Jeez. Thank God he missed that. I wonder if Cade fouled out as well, since we haven't seen him. All right. Get your ass down low, Derek Queen. We were posting you up. They're going to send the double each time, it looks like. But this is smart. Kessler's the guy. Oh, Pods. Why are you going to Kessler? That's the guy you need to guard. Hell of a ball movement right there by Kessler. Exactly what we needed. We're up by 3. Trey Man is just getting... Oh, man. Pods. Foot on the line at least. Oh, no. That was a 3. Damn. Tie game. All right. That was a nice dribble kick out. Sexton is killing Trey Man right now. I do have 2 timeouts. I'm going to use one here. I want to get Trey Man out of here. All right. So C-Dub's in the game. I don't know how I'm going to feel about that. Honestly, let's get the ball to Derek Queen in the post. High post is fine with me. Are they going to send the double? They are. McCain, kick that out to C-Dub. See, I don't love C-Dub's shot, but he's got Sexton guarding on him. Go right in. That's fine. That's fine because he's going to get the offensive rebound. Colin Sexton is too small against C-Dub. That's what I'm talking about. We're up by 2. This is a hell of a game right now. Offense back and forth. McCain guarding Colin Sexton. I mean, he's got 30. Not the best defender in the world, but a little bit better than Trey Man. Sexton kicks it over to Holland in the corner. Queen, don't sag off. All right, let's go. And they're going to foul McCain. Great job by Kessler getting it to McCain as quick as possible. They had a foul to give anyway. So let's get the ball to McCain, who's like almost 50, 40, 90 this year. And let's get him some free throws. First one from McCain up, and it is good. Second one from McCain is also good. This guy is a stud. Puts us up by 4. All right, so Colin Sexton with the ball. He had a lane right there. He's going to find Asar, who... Hey, he could shoot. C-Dub, no, come crashing down. Holland, good recovery by McCain, and he misses it. Let's go with C-Dub on the glass, and we should be taking game number 5. Honestly, that was amazing defense by McCain. Like, let Holland get a little bit of space. He's not like an elite 3-point shooter by any means, but it was good enough to contest, and C-Dub is going to ice out the game. Let's go. All right, so the Pelicans take a 3-2 lead here in games 5 or in the NBA Finals. Can we win game 6 on the road? I would have been terrified down 3-2 on the road, but vibes are high. Vibes are high. We are up by 11. You're up by 18. And the Pelicans, oh man, are we blowing it? Are we blowing it? Oh my God. Holy shit, we just blew it. No. I was ready to crown us champions. Oh my God. Oh my God, we're losing. Oh my God. All right. I'll let this one play out. I'll watch it, but we have given up a 15-point lead here in the 4th quarter. Are you kidding me? So yeah, I won't control this one. I don't want to control it too much, although I do like to play the game a little bit. So we have the ball at least. We're up by 1. I'll take that. Murphy's in, Sar's in, C-Dub. So no Queen, no McCain right now. I don't know if those guys found out. Oh, Wilson's wide open, but he's not much of a 3-point threat. So let's get the ball. I don't know. Is Wilson going to do ISO? Fears. Oh, Fears, take that. That was a good mid-range shot. Trey Murphy knocks it down. Let's go. Puts us up by 4, 34 seconds. Best case scenario here is like they waste 10 seconds and miss, and then that could be the game. Sexton going to go right at Fears, who we didn't get in game 5 at the end there. Sexton, make him light work. Wasted a decent amount of time. They might start fouling. I'm not sure. All right, so they did foul. They had one to give. Okay, Trey Murphy could take the free throws. I would have liked Jared McCain getting the ball, as he is our best free throw shooter. So let's see what ends up happening. Murphy is going to knock down the first, puts us up by 3. I mean, they don't have any timeouts. There's plenty of time where they don't need to really take a 3 here. They could for sure go for the quick 2. So let's see what ends up happening. Sasser is in the game. I don't know what's going on with Cade. They're not really wasting time. That's a nice bucket. Quick bucket. We'll see who they end up fouling here. Just don't turn it over. I would love the ball going to McCain. Okay, Fears. Holy crap. That pass was not needed. That was way too risky, but we're up by 2. We have our best free throw shooter at the line, and that means, oh man, I don't know if he's due to miss one. He knocks down the first. Can he knock down the second, give us a 4-point lead? He can. Jared McCain, you are a freaking stud. All right, 15 seconds left. We are up by 4. Just no, I mean, they're going to take a 3 here. It's Holland in the corner, who hasn't really hit any big shots. Kessler gets the ball to McCain. Great job. I mean, Fear's taking the free throws, but yeah, the Pelicans are going to win the NBA Finals. Let's go, man. This team, for sure, overachieved this year. I did not expect this team to win the NBA Finals. We won in 6 games. Jared McCain, the Zion return, the main piece, wins Finals MVP. I mean, we just kind of steamrolled through the Western Conference. We lost, 5 total games. We went 16-5 in the playoffs. And yeah, Jared McCain was kind of the constant guy at the top throughout this. So he was a beast in the conference finals and NBA finals. We're going to do one more year. Why not? see if we can go back to back. I was not like, I thought I was gonna have to do another year anyway. So we're kind of playing with house money. Curry retires as a Clipper. There goes Paul George. He signed a 1-year deal with the Washington Wizards. So we have all that money freed up now. Darvin Ham retires. Curry, Lillard, and Paul George go to the Hall of Fame. So PG could have gotten a ring this year, maybe if I didn't cut him. Do we have any picks? Oh my God. We have the swap best between Cleveland and Atlanta. And Cleveland is there at number 3. Oh my God. Are we about to win the NBA Finals and get a top 4 pick? Minnesota's picking at 14. 13 is going to be, is it going to be Indiana? It is. And then I'm going to do my strat, watch the first 2, and that one drops to 5. But hey, I just won it all, and I have the 5th overall pick in this draft. I also have 29, and I think that's it. Oh, and 21 from the Pistons. So I do own 3 first rounders. James Borrego just won an NBA Finals. So the 2028 draft, I'm not going to know too many of these top guys. Marcus Spears, I have heard of. I believe he is the son of Marcus Spears, like the basketball analyst. I haven't really heard of any of these guys. Elijah Williams, I've heard of. I haven't really done too much 2028 draft prep. Alex Costanza, I've definitely heard of. This Paul guy, I've heard of. Anybody else from like college? Marco Jackson from Kansas, I definitely know. Juvo Bethea, currently at Alabama. I know Darren Harris at Duke. I know. Is that I don't know if that's who I'm thinking it is. Anybody else that I'm kind of familiar with? Not really. So Marcus Spears is a small forward, so we'll just scout out the top guys. All right, so let's see. Spears goes number 1 to, you guessed it, the OKC Thunder. CJ Rosser to the Bulls. Nathan Solomon to the Kings. Lincoln Cosby to the Nets. And we are on the clock here at number 5. It looks like Obina Ekezi, that's how you say it, Jr., 7 foot tall out of USC. There's your Yves Missi replacement right there. Let's do it. And then I ended up taking players that I knew. So I ended up taking Jubil Bethea at 21. I took Darren Harris at 29. And I took Yolf Emkus, who I'm going to throw on a 2-way with Mr. Irrelevant. So we're going to pick up all these team options. Aristade, Sion James, Aristad, C-Dub, Queen, Fears, obviously. Luka is a free agent. Just shout out to, I guess the OGs are Fears, Queen. Like, Trey Murphy is a big OG since he was drafted in 2021. Yves Missi technically an OG as well. Zion is a free agent. I'm not sure if he's going to go to Dallas. I feel like he always does. Maybe he goes back to Philly. 5 years, 250. He's been a good player in Philly, for sure. So I think we're going to let Trey Mann walk. I did just draft some guards. I don't really think I'm going to sign anybody. Like, I'm not going to pay Yves Missi. Like, $14 million from the Rockets. Probably going to let him go. Mohamed Gay, we're going to let go. So Missi gets a deal from the Wizards, 3 years, 53. Go be great in the nation's capital, Yves. We are going to move in a different direction. All right. Maybe he's going to go to Dallas. Is he going to sign? It looks like he signed with Dallas. Like, do we have cap space? Not really. We actually don't. And we get Bryce James back to sell those G League jerseys. So this team won it all last year. Like, it's not sexy. It's not flashy. So I think it's going to be pretty much like a similar starting 5. You know what I might do? I mean, just because the overalls are a little bit different. If I made C-Dub a small forward as he go up, he does. He didn't really progress that much. So I'm going to actually start him over Trey Murphy, I think, this year. All right, so Shai Gilgeous-Alexander wins MVP. CJ Rosser is your Rookie of the Year. You have Christian Anderson, shout out Texas Tech, 6th Man of the Year for the Kings. Asar, Depoy, Stokes, Most Improved in Philly. So I don't know if they kept Zion, but that could be a nice wing duo or forward duo. And then you have Cooper Flagg, All-NBA second team, Peterson, All-NBA first team. Cade, All-NBA second team, banged up as well. We don't get any guys on an All-NBA team. We did get Obina Ezike. I'm just going to call him OEJ as an All-Rookie second team guy. We ended up this season as the 3 seed, so not as good as last year. We were kind of in that like middle class of the Western Conference between us and like the Thunder, all the way down between the 3 and the 7 seeds. We did finish with the 2nd best point differential, though, in the Western Conference and the 3rd best or 4th best in the NBA. And unfortunately, Jeremiah Fears tore his left calf muscle. So he's out 2 to 4 weeks, and he's going to be out here for the playoffs potentially. Derek Queen was a beast this year. I don't really get the best out of Derek Queen in these rebuilds, so I'm glad he was good today. Maybe you just got to lower that shot tendency. Dame Sarr, really good. Year number 3. Trey Murphy, just kind of being that vet for us, and then there's C-Dub as well. So for the playoffs, I think I know what I want to do. I think it's, McCain at the 1. They want to go Bethea at the 1. No, it's going to be McCain at the 1, Sarr 2. We'll go Murphy, and then we're going to have C-Dub as the 6th man. OBJ as the center, and I'm going to go about 30 to Kessler. Do I want to play Sion? How was Taj this year? Taj was okay. Maybe we go something like that. 15 to Sion, 15 to Taj. Like, do I want to get any minutes to these guys? I don't think so. So 21 minutes left here. Let's go about 37 to McCain. Let's go about 30 to Sar, 32 to, honestly, these guys. We'll go 34 to Queen, and we'll go a little bit more to C-Dub. All right, let's ride. We're taking on the Blazers here in round number 1. Cuff, Sharp, Kamara, Denny, Klingon. Like, if I brought them up as a Anthony Davis trade team, what would people say about that? I don't know. 113-105, we end up losing this game. All right, game number 2. We're going to win this one. 141-130. Jared McCain, 46 points, 6 assists, and 5 steals. Game number 3, we're going to lose this one by 7. Is that Mark Williams? It is. He had 23. McCain had 25. Derek Queen had 18 and 13. We're going to win game 4. 34 for Trey Murphy. 31 for Sar. 27 for McCain. 21 and 10 for Queen. 11, 7, and 5 for C-Dub. We're going to win game 5 by 8. 38 for McCain. Oh my God, that Derek Queen stat line is kind of insane. And we are going to lose game 6. Here we go. Game 7 of round number 1. Pelicans Blazers. Shout out the 2018 matchup between these two, where Drew Holiday outplayed Damian Lillard and won that. Just imagine if DeMarcus Cousins didn't tear his Achilles. And it looks like, oh, this is close. Oh my God, we won. Okay, we almost blew it towards the end there. 48 combined between our backcourt, and we are going to take on Memphis in round number 2. We are going to get Fears back in 1 to 2 weeks. And then you have Memphis and New Orleans. Both these teams had really good young cores, maybe never really took advantage of the windows they had and didn't capitalize on that going forward because their star players haven't really been able to stay healthy, as Jared McCain is an absolute beast. We are going to lose game 1 by 4 in overtime. Called out John Morant there, and he drops 43 on my head. 28 for Queen, 23 for McCain, 22 for Sar, double-double for Kessler. Game number 2, we're going to win this one. Jared McCain had 39. Can he wow, we won by 1. Yeah, can he outperform John Morant in the series? We're going to win game 3 by 31 points. Game 4, we're going to, come on. Oh, we win this one, and Fears is back, actually, so I should have brought him back there, but Cita was great. I mean, Dame Sar, just hats off for you. Really stepping up. So I'm going to move you back to the bench, but you're going to still play a ton. I don't think I'm going to play Ariza anymore. So let's do that. Let's definitely get Jeremiah Fears into the starting lineup again, and he will play the 1. Obviously, we're going to go 0 minutes to Taj. We'll go 24 to Sar. We'll do about 8 to Sion James, who just hits his shots. Really good player. We'll do about 30 to Fears, ease him back into the swing of things. Don't blow a 3-1 lead, and we win in 5. So they won game 1, I think, and then we just won 4 unanswered. McCain dropped 40, and we're taking on the 8-seeded Thunder here in the conference finals. We have beaten them in the play-in. We've beaten them in the playoffs. Hopefully we can beat them in the conference finals. They do have the number 1 overall pick, Marcus Spears. We're going to win game 1 by 31. Jared McCain at 31. Wow, we have owned the Thunder here today if we do win this series. We win by 23. Wow, these are blowouts. Like, even our wins against, like, Memphis were pretty close. 2-1. Shouldn't speak too soon because Shea could drop 57 on my head just like that. Knock down 5 threes and 16 free throws. But we do win game 4 by 8. So just don't blow a 3-1 lead, and we are here in the NBA Finals. Okay, we do lose game 5 by 8. McCain had 30. Double-doubles for Kessler and Queen. And we are on the verge of blowing a 3-1 lead. All right, Shea had 48 on us. What did he have in game 5? He had 33. Here we go, game 7. I think Washington just beat Atlanta in game 7. It would have been cool to go up against Peterson if we won. I don't know if either of those teams have Poole or DeJounte anymore. But as long as we don't choke this fourth quarter, which we don't, we end up winning by 17. We are back in the NBA Finals, taking on the Washington Wizards, who do have DeJounte Murray still. Cameron Boozer won Eastern Conference Finals MVP. So both the number 1 picks in the 2024 draft and 2026 drafts played in this with Sar and Risa Shea and Boozer and Darren Peterson. They don't have Jordan Poole anymore. Game 1, we end up losing this one by 15. We beat Detroit last year. We are going to go down 2-0 to Washington so far. Cameron Boozer maybe showing that he's the best player in this series. Game 3, can we win this one? Oh, man, that might be it for us. That might be it. But hey, the fact that we went back to the finals is incredible. We got swept, though, which is really embarrassing. I guess, wow, that's kind of poetic. DeJounte Murray, finals MVP. I traded him. Didn't even, like, think about keeping him at all in this video, and he was actually really good for Washington. So I guess they won that trade. I mean, I was able to use that first rounder to, I think, move up for Dame Sar. at one point, so it was win-win. I got my ring as well. And I hope you guys did enjoy this trading Zion rebuild. Let me know what you think about their direction. Do you think they should trade Zion? Do you think they should just think that he can actually be healthy? Because I don't think it's going to happen. Let me know what you guys think down below. Let me know if there's any other rebuilds like this. I recently did like a trading Ja. I traded basically everybody on the Kings in my last video, and we traded away Zion today. So let me know, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.